Clogged pipes and plugged up toilets can bring a busy family to its knees. At Stinkweed, we know and understand you and your family just don't have time for that. Stinkweed, fast, professional plumbing you can count on. Call 2 in a black, DREDGE 5. That's 2 in a black, DREDGE 5.
I was brought to my knees when Stinkweed dredged my pipes.
Pauperganda.
Okay, I make no promises. I had to rebuild every bit of this software, start from scratch, chucked everything out. My wife found this hidden area that was saving all of my videos twice, and so freed up another 40 gigs. Crazy, crazy, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully there's no hiccups, and we'll leave these little phantom ghosts in the machine behind us. Anyway, if you've been following the challenges, there's been quite a few lists that have been placing pretty decently that are just black burn, and they're almost creatureless at this point because the quality's up high enough there. And I'm Chimpskey and Sharrazman. Thanks for joining me early, my friends. Sorry I started the show a wee bit early. I just anticipated something going wrong. So anyway, that being said, this is my take on it. I guess the credit for this kind of style might actually have to go to Chid 3. Even though his was more creature-based, but it kind of showed people a new way to build black, as I'm always pontificating about it. So anyway, I was debating over 19 lands or 18, but we are running 3 Carnariums because of the Bump in the Night backup plan. So we're also running this Biker Street Gang, the new and one of the only sagas that's playable in Pauper. Bunch of basics. We got 4 Bump in the Night, 4 fruits. I was going with 3 for a while for the extra land, but then I just wanted a little bit. I lost 1 or 2 games in the challenge, just nail biters at the end, just drawing a land, and I'm like, maybe I should go to 18. We've got the new Okiba Rekna right here, 4 Scorpions, 4 Alms, 2 Justices. I like this as just a 4-drop board wipe if things get out of control, whereas it gets there a little bit quicker than Rats, even though I love Rats, but this isn't really a creature-based strategy. Yes, sorry, Captain Vlad Tepes in the house, Nim Chimpskey, Pauper, Akbar, and everybody. Hey, thanks for joining me nice and early, guys. Hopefully everything's looking and sounding like normal. Please let me know. Like I said, everything, like even 4 minutes before the show started, I'm like, why am I so quiet? And there was some weird little hiccup in my new mic setting that, I didn't have programmed like my old way. And I'm like, God dang it, I didn't tell you negative 10 dB because I was like, why am I so quiet? So anyway, for Vampire's Kiss, this is super good with Alms of the Vein because you discard and use the 1 and you go for it. So looking and sounding good. I'm feeling better than yesterday, so probably the worst is over. And the worst wasn't too bad. Oh, lonely. Oh, you had COVID, Nim? I'm sorry, I'm reading backwards, man. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's a good time to get it if you're going to get it. This latest one, I guess, is kind of the weakest, they say, so, but so says I. 4 Tyrant's Choice. This is almost just like Black's Fire Blast. We got 4 Sovereign Bite and 4 Soul Reap. Sometimes you can go with 3 of these. If you want to add in another land, this might be an option. Stumpy is kind of making a little bit of a comeback right now, so this can be kind of a dead card sometimes, but there's always tokens and such that you can grab with it. It's just the upside of this is just so huge. Anyway, in the sideboard, we've got 2 Cast Down. This is one of the few decks I think Trespasser's Curse works really well in. We got 4. Do I have 4? I have 3 Witches, 4 Verdicts, and 2 Spellbombs. That being said, we're going to jump on over and try to see if we can do some good. Let's see. We've got the right deck. We're all set, and let's hope that we don't get quitters, and let's hope that my software doesn't quit, right? Atlanteus, wow, 12 months subscription. Thank you. Since you've got a partner, I hope all is well. It hasn't been a year. I have no idea of these things. I just like to play and try and entertain you all here. So anyway, got the Black Lotus over my shoulder for good luck charm. Hopefully things go right. We've got 1 land. I think I'm going to pitch this. We'll mulligan, even though we're on the draw here. Let's get 2 lands. We'll keep this. Alrighty, we'll get rid of a swamp here. I do like the Scorpion in this style list. It'd be fun to go completely creatureless to give your opponent a lot of dead cards, but more on that later. Oops, I still got my stuff set for being playing left-handed. Darn it, I'll have to cross my hands over here. Actually, let me do this real quick right now. Setting, I know I did this last week, but sorry about this. Account setting, here we go. Unbind and bind to that. Okay. Last time that caused an issue, so we'll do that. Here we go. And I knew there'd be something I forgot. I have a big old checklist, and everything goes that way. So welcome aboard the SS metagame. Yes. Punk Toast 80. Pauperganda. Thank you for subscribing, my friends. Wow, this is cool. All right, hopefully this stream agrees with me. Enough on that. Let's try to kill some people. We'll bring it out with a scorpion. Just love the psychology of playing creatures you don't care about. You want to use a card on them? Good. I still gain life and you lose life. So every time it hits, it's just that much more. Oh, Snapbolt's got a new list, eh? Very cool. Hey, Chimpskey, if you can, send me the link to that. I do have to apologize. My work has been going just so 24/7 that, I almost don't look up. I play, with you guys, and then I jump online in the evenings and stuff with a beer or two, and then I blink and a week or two goes by, and so a lot of times just the weekend feels this big now, after being unemployed for so long. It's just a strange world. So I think I got to get the kiss out here first. Mega Carby 227. I saw 2. Very cool. There's always things being brewed. That's why Pauper's king, man. Very, very awesome. All right, let's make sure we point at the right people here. See if we can get there. We got a Justice for a nice board wipe. Like I said, when you need it, you don't want to play a rat and hope it lives without, unearth backup. That's my logic anyway. So I like running 2 of these main. Obviously, you've got a recycle death engine at the end of the game, but that's not usually in the cards. It's usually just a 4-drop. Wash the board and keep your health up. So, Mega Kirby, hi back at ya. Yeah, my oldest is coming back home for a week for spring break, so I'm going to be happy to see Kid Clutch. He's landing in about an hour, so hopefully the stream doesn't go too long, but got a nice sushi dinner planned. That'll be good times indeed. Alrighty, let's attack first. We'll do some things. Let's, we'll play here. Say all right to this, returning this, and then we'll discard this, paying this, always yield the madness, target you, pay the black, draw a card, and we got some things to do next turn. All right, make sure, yeah, we played the Carnarium. Yo. Hey, AZN2K. All right. Hey, Papa Tim. Good times. Cuddly Cosmia. I don't think I've said your name before. That's a cool little name there. I would never get into Magic because it's so expensive. What? Oh, man, you can play this for nothing. Gosh, I think this list is competitive and one of the, probably what, $40 or something like that? I shouldn't say the price tag. Does it say Chimpskey or Shiraz on the Goldfish link? How much it is? If you could give Cuddly Cosmos a number, that'd be cool. That's why we call it Pauper, Cuddly. You came to the right place. You want to play some cool stuff for about $10. You can get a Magic Online account, use the majority of it to get you kickstarted into something. Hit me up. I'll give you some cards. And before you know it, boom, you're into it. So, all right, our opponent's in the single digits. We don't have to worry about Disciple of the Vault because that just got banned. It was quite a heavy ban week. I did feel kind of guilty. All these big move and shaking stuff started happening, and here I was just working away. So we're going to pay the red on this, discarding Alms, and using the madness, greatness to gain life. Smack, draw a card. Cool. We've got options. Do I wait on Sovereign's Bite? Nah, let's just chew through life here. Yeah. All right, I'll open up our graveyards here. Yeah, ticket's like a US dollar, so Tayakuba, the cool name. My collection would probably buy a car if I still had it today. Hell yeah. No joke, that's for sure. Does he have haste on this thing? Let's see. Reckless Charge would be pretty sweet. Actually, Boots of Speed would be an artifact. I'm going to give him a double advantage, so that'd be pretty sweet. If we had one more mana, we could double kick these things, but just hope we get a spell here, because then that Soul Reap will really keep us in this. What sort of treachery is coming our way? Let's see. So yeah, there's some sneaky stuff been happening with this software. I gotta keep an eye on it. It runs like this ghost program. It's all OBS, and it stores like like, so let's say the Stinkweed Imp commercial I just played. Now there's like a virtual copy of that, so that if I delete it from my hard drive, I can still fire it up in OBS and it'll be there. And so that's where that collection keeps growing, and that's why the show kept kind of having little hiccups throughout the last couple of weeks. Thankfully, at the very last end of the show, but fingers crossed everything goes smooth here. Well, 2, 4, 5. I mean, I want to respect that thing. I'm just going to do this now. I'm just going to cast it. Next turn, hopefully we can just kill him with a spell if we draw one here. I really respect that Glaze Fiend. He's got 5 cards in hand. We're at 30 life, but it can go sideways pretty quick. Sure is nice not having to worry about Disciple, right? Oh, Avona. Got my first 5-0 recently. Not much of an MTG grinder. I play mostly in paper. Pretty excited about it. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been itching to get back into the leagues here one of these days, except now they reprinted Expedition map, so it's like now it's perfect timing for Tron to just kind of come back and be somewhat relevant again, which is the main reason I stopped playing leagues, because I just got so tired of fog locks and having to build, 90% of my sideboard to stop it. But I got to hand it to the new crew. They're moving and shaking and doing things quickly, so that's good. We can always undo things just like that. Alrighty. Well, this kind of blows because we can kill 2 things, but we need 2 things to kill. This is really strange. We could kill him if he had another creature out. I wish I could just target something that isn't that. I just wanted to click there to make sure it wasn't like Pyroblast or something, right? Oh, Boggles and Madness. Very nice. Yeah, I've been itching to, been playing a lot of Brute Squad. Been playing a lot of this, though, because it's just so many ways each color can go, and I love when I run into like a mono black control deck, and it's just like you beat it with not one card shared, maybe except Sign in Blood, right? Tell you, Okiba, no, that's fun. It's if you got the funds and such, it's just one of those things. Got to really focus. Don't be distracted. Treat it kind of like a tournament. Don't be playing music in the background or multitasking. That's what my insight would be towards it. Being a long time grinder, that's what I was known for the longest time. And then, like I said, just last year or two, just really tapered off. I went from playing like almost 1 a day. That's how I funded my whole collection, was just through winnings and such. And then I got down about 1 or 2 a week, and now I'm like 2 or 3 a year. I just don't. It's usually when I get some wild new idea and give it a try, and I'll 3-2 or 4-1 sometimes with it, break even, and then I don't know. It bites you sometimes, and you get really, like I went on that run with Brute Squad, and I think I won like 6 or 7 straight with 5-0s, and then Cannonade got printed, and I went running away. How do I feel about non-flicker style Tron? Oh, I'm fine with them. I'm fine with Tron too. It's just like I said, for a while there, it was every event I played, it was just round 1, 2, and 3, and then when you would over prepare for it in your sideboard, it still could get you, and then you would lose to other things. And then, of course, when you over prepared, that's when you never saw Tron. And then the second you took 2 or 3 cards out of your sideboard, then all 5 of your first round opponents are Tron. So I hope he doesn't have a Mana Source here, because I don't want him to trip that Glaze Fiend. We'll go from there. Ooh, my LGS has been overrun with mono black control lately, says Avona. I've had some luck with Blue Fairy. Nice. Looking forward to running Burn next week. Yeah, I would if you're that meta game, sounds like a good call for Brute Squad in my opinion. But so we'll win this first one just because of the power of these cards, and our deck didn't do us really any favors though. So we'll do this for efficiency here. We'll just make him lose the life, and then the Soul Reap will kill him because we've played a black spell. And just in case he's got some shenanigans, I'll just take out the big heavy hitter, and we'll go from there. Hiya! Affinity. Big surprise. Everybody's playing it. Boink. And with 23 life, so it keeps you kind of healthy. So, Burn's obviously awesome, but I like these for blockers. Hold on, let me finish my train of thought. Burn's obviously awesome, but it doesn't gain life at the same time. This does, so it can be pretty formidable. Didn't see too many little guys outside of the Glaze Fiend, so I'm going to take these out and just bring in 2 cast down. I think that's all I'm going to do, guys. Soul Reap's going to be able to catch everything else. We've got plenty of blockers. I just have to remember to probably save some of these for, what am I talking about? Killing the flyers? Yeah. So I also wanted the curve lower in this one compared to some of the lists I saw, which is, I think, also their logic in running 4 Fruits of Tizerus, which usually used to be like a 2 of main. But the problem with running a Carnarium, sometimes you have to throw backhands like this. We'll mulligan this. We'll keep. I do like our choices here. Boy, I don't want to really lose anything. I'm going to lose Bump in the Night. It's a 1-drop, but I really like this Reckoner Raid. This is a lot of card. You're paying 1 black. You're getting a 4-point life swing, which, if you want to get fuzzy math about it, that's a Fire Blast. And then, sorry, I did that right in the mic. And then you get a 2/2 creature with evasion out of it. Yeah, I mean, the art sucks. I don't know what this is. Some sort of like bad Stallone movie. But I'm glad it's only half the card, right? I'll get this out just for efficiency and maximum add-up damage, cumulative sort of thing. Hey, AZN2K, thanks for using our emotes. I spent so much time on those, and I wish you guys would use them more. All you got to do is click on that little smiley face down in the corner and see what you got access to. Yeah, Cooper the Red, that's what I was watching out for, too, with that fizzle. I didn't want him to kill something in response to my death. All right. I will use a cast down and just slow roll this here. I really respect Glaze Fiend, especially this stage of the game. I'm just going to do it. Boop, boop, boop. Everything else I can block, at least for a turn or two. That thing can get really out of control, especially with a card full of 5 cards. So we'll just do that. Saw probably the best television I've ever seen in my life. I shouldn't even say television, media. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, and I have no provocation or no interest in this topic at all, like the settling of America. But there's a show on Amazon Prime called 1883, and it's some of the best cinema I've ever seen. I finished it, laughed, cried. It was just powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. Highly recommend it, even if you don't like Western style stuff, which I don't either. I'm not the biggest fan of that style. So, alrighty, let's at least prevent some life, and then we'll eat some here. And I think I'll just do a trade here for that Frogmite. I'm not sure if that's the right call here. Depends on what he attacks with. Probably going to throw that Scorpion in front of the Mer Enforcer. Instead of taking 4, we're going to gain 2. Hey! Oh, yeah, that's my yelling face. Forgot about that. I was thinking of fitting another Okiba in this. Then we could have 8 Okiba, and then we could call it, the Okiba gang for real. But not enough creatures to really warrant it. So there you go. Yeah, let's give Cooper a little shout out, and feel free to link his channel in the chat there if you guys want to go give him a like, sub, all the stuff the kids are saying. Yeah. It's funny, some of these things I'm editing from my company now, it's like I blink and it's like in the millions of views. I'm like, geez, there's part of me I just want to sneak in a Pauperganda, just slip it in there and just be like, haha. Take that. Ba-ba-ba. We're all about sharing the love, people. Hope you do it for us. We'll do it for you. All good times. Oh, boy, that's a lot of damage, ain't it? Let's block here. We're taking 10 next turn. Better draw a damn land, huh? Or do we take 8 next turn? I think I'm going to block here. Getting a little scaredy cat. Those are some big bodies looking at us here. 13. We got him at 9. If we did another land, that'll be 7. Come on, give me a land. Oh. Well, we don't need to discard stuff. I'm going to try to maximize what we got here. We'll say torture. Get him on down to this. It might be over for our hero, Galvanic Blaster 3, and this is going to be a lot closer than I was anticipating. Ooh. Easy N2K with the gifts. Thank you, man. What an active day. Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is awesome. Like I said, we've got some old school, got kind of an old school show today. Got the Stinkweed Imp commercial off the top, which is Shirazman will tell you is one of our very first. I've got the Ninja Press Conference coming back. They've got Conan O'Brien with his little coffee table books. I know I can get a little heavy-handed with Conan clips. It's just they're so good, and he's got so much variety and so much content over the years that when I have to go use the restroom instead of staring at a blank screen or bad music with a K, you get to see custom content. Alrighty, that's a 3 and a 3. I think I'm going to lean on this instead. Let's go, because this keeps us in it. All of a sudden, we're at 19, even though we've been taking a lot of hits. If we get a land, we'll be all right. I think I might have been correct in having 19 lands here, but here comes the Galvanic Blast pointed right at our face to make this a -1. And the coolest thing about this, too, if you're new to the format, this loss of life is huge. Not that Affinity's really into the prevention business, but it's very relevant. I've always wanted to make Siphon Life work, but in reality, it's just too expensive. 3 mana is a ton of mana and ditching a resource. I love Retrace, but Fruit's Flashback 2 would warrant maybe one more land. I'm not sure. Like I said, you cut it, then you need it. You put it in, then you're flooded, and you don't need it. It's just you almost want to have like a half land, right? You could pay 4 life and turn it into like some other card or draw. Did you see Will Ferrell bit last year in the farewell episode? I did not. Or maybe I did. I don't know. I used to like SNL back in the day. They've gotten pretty weak lately, but my wife showed me their little mask skit that they did. I thought that was pretty funny. Therapeutic, too. Ooh. We won't get that creature in time. If I go to 13 and he hits me for 8, we're still alive. So I think that's my reasoning here. Because I'm anticipating he's got a Galvanic Blast in his hand, and we might top deck a Tyrant's Choice for the win. Boy, am I glad I killed that Glaze Fiend early, right? Yeah. So if you see the logic there, we're at 1 life if he's got a Galvanic. But if he's got 2, we're just dead. If we draw a land, we just win. Because we've got 4 in hand. Alrighty. He's getting some goods back. Scary times indeed. Oh, all right. Drum roll. Let's see what we can see. Is he going for the dramatic effect of attacking first? As we play Snuff Out and kill ourselves. Ooh, the tension. You can feel it. The metal men are smashing. Ah, all right. Let's see what we drew anyway. See if the deck hates us here. Our opponent had, 2, 4, 6 lands? Let's see what we were drawing. Oh, big inside boarding. Okay. I think we're pretty good here. You know what? I'm going to bring in 2 verdicts just because there's such big dudes coming at us. And I think I'll lose 1 kiss here. Let's do that. Now we've got a pretty good removal suite. Right, the L, top deck loss. See, I was playing on Pauper Classic Tuesday. I had a 99% the same list and stuff. And each round, I think I won the first one. I'm like, got this. Close loss second, close loss third. It was just one of those where you're like, oh man, if I just drew 1 different card each round, it would have been so perfect. But thankfully, we don't have to mulligan. Remember, we've mulliganed both games. So I don't know. What do you guys think? With 3 Rakdos Carnariums, is 18 right, or should I be at 19? We shall see. The logic will play out during the show. We have no first turn play, so that kind of blows, but what do you know? We're just going to sign in blood and pay our dues and go for broke. I'm getting crestfallen over my upcoming commute. Gas here in Southern California is getting around $7 a gallon, and that's depressing. And on top of that, my work just said, hey, we're just going to start going back to the office instead of being remote. To which everyone kind of said, why? And their answer was kind of a collective because. And it's very, very frustrating because every other CVS global company employee that I know have been permanently remote forever, which is just a godsend. You just, wake up, do your thing, and it's more efficient, everything. So now I'm going to have to spend hours a week on the road, spending $7 plus, probably going to be $8 before oh boy, look at that. They must be a fan of the show. I like Boots of Speed. That's scary with the Glaze Fiend. Anyway, me bitching and moaning over here. I don't know. Maybe I'll be jobless again soon out of spite. Be like, I'm not doing this. Because there's a quality of life thing. It's not so much the gas money. It's that time on the horrible LA freeways. It can just be abhorrently depressing. I'm going to get this out for the dude. And I think I'm just going to pass. Nah, show me the Glaze Fiend. You can't hurt me that bad. We'll do this for the 4. Torcha. We got a nice little hand here. So, see, I did that for 16 years, and sometimes my drive into work would be an hour and a half. And you start adding those hours up. I mean, that's like a part-time job to get to work. And that part of it, I'm just dreading. And hopefully it's, maybe I'll find some good parts of it. Maybe I'll find some cool AM radio show that I really like. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, first paper event. Nice. We had 3 weeks of it, my son and I, and then last week, not enough people showed, and then they just sprung on this round robin thing, and it was like lower prizes, yet we paid the same, and we were like, no, we were about to head out. So we kind of felt like a jerk, but I was just like, I didn't agree to this. Okay, let's do some things here. We will, we'll bump in the night. Pow. And then we'll kill that Glaze Fiend because I respect that a lot more than the other. Crunch. And they take 3. And there we go. We'll start getting some life next turn. Oh, Arvona. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to bring in Spellbomb against just a few, well, maybe all 4 of the Blood Fountains. Let's see, he's got the same plan here. Good news for us, we do too. I just hope he doesn't have much else behind this. Yeah, Boots of Speed's a good card, man. Seems a little janky to some, but oh, he forgot to equip it. Did they drop a land already? That's great, Arvona. Yeah, that's how you do it, man. We got a pretty good scene. There's like 10, 12 guys that are, and they're very good players. They come from like, Legacy and stuff, so that's they're no schlubs, but they were blown away by a Brute Squad. They'd never seen something like that, and like I said, I only lost 1 game with that one. It's a lot of fun. Alrighty, what's the maximum carnage we can pull off here? We'll do 3 to the face. We could be gaining life here, but again, I'm just really, really, really worried about this thing coming through, so I'm just going to kill it now. I mean, we could get him to 1. I'm just don't have to worry about a Tog or Disciple anymore, so feeling good. And we've got lethal in hand, so might as well block here. We do have Geth's Verdict, so maybe we can, if something goes completely out of control and he somehow gains some life. You never know. Maybe they drop a, what's that, Weather the Storm, right? Yeah, you gotta, anything with Fiend, you gotta, you really gotta respect Fiends. I'm noticing a difference with my PC already. It's not making as much, it's not breathing as hard. Right when I said that, it just went up a little bit for the first time. I'm like, oh my God, really? That is nuts. Come on over. You can't block me, sucker. Woo! Who knows? Maybe they got all 3 or all 4 Galvanic Blasts, but they only can activate 3 of them. Excellent. All right, looks like we're going to win this one. We've got Death in hand, even if he can deal with this cool Road Captain. Is that what he's called? Let's double check. Reckoner Raid? Road Captain. Just some spray paint on the ground that comes alive. That's kind of weird, huh? Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. It's got menace, mate. Crunch. He's killing it. All right. I'll click very slowly here. Very slowly. We'll do a Tyrant's Choice. Get him to 1. Torture. And then we'll eat some bloody apples for the win. Zappola. Taking down the good decks. Boots of Speed's a nice addition if you're going to make some room with a Tog and such. So very cool indeed. So yeah, the main thing when you look at this list, my version runs these Scorpions, and my son brought these to my attention. I've been playing them for a better part of a year and a half now with you guys, and to varying degrees of success. Usually on the winning end, it's a damn good creature. It's hard to beat this. 1 mana, if it dies, cool. If not, but the cadence of the turn is very important here, and being able to just hit these, because we're playing all 4 Soul Reaps, so you want a pretty good number of 1-drops in this. So there's very few games where you're going to draw multiple fruits, and the graveyard fills up fast enough. You can just kind of keep eating face. Yeah, let's go like this. Create as we stare at this beautiful card, and we'll go like this. Here we go. So yeah, not this week. I've got this week. I'm still remote, but next week, I've got to drive the drive. So if I look like this in 2 weeks, you'll know why. You guys got to keep me honest and be like, dude, you're losing vitality. I might have to do a sideways move with the Union and find something that's remote. X variable. Good game. Oh, was that you? Good game back at ya. I think Sojourner's Companion deserves to get unbanned. Oh, that's a very good point. Toya Jr. 917. I think you're right. You know what? Why not just give it a go? I would sure love to do it because of the list that I run is very biased towards that. I mean, I've got that Charbelcher list that just has wins on turn 2 or 3 sometimes because it just empties its hand, and that was one of the key components, running all those 0 artifacts and winning games with no lands out. It's still one of our highest rated videos. Varying degrees too, I'd sit there and add a color or try to make it a little more defensively meta with Clarkan Shaman and stuff, and teetered off. Had some bad outings with it, but it can be some fireworks there. So we're going to lose this one. If Armadillo Cloak shows up, because we don't really have edicts. We don't. Why am I telling tales out of school here? Yeah, actually, if I do this for the other, this is one of the few times I'm going to say death, because we're still going to get 4 life out of him. Yep, he has to choose that. Otherwise, it kind of gives us free intel on their hand too, so we kind of know, hey, you don't really have many creatures in your hand, do you? Otherwise, you would have let that go. I think so too, X variable. It's funny to see too, I did a little double take, whoa, that placed, and it's I played about 4 or 5 games with it, and I'm just man, this is a really good metagame call right now. I don't think the optimal build's been discovered yet. Maybe I'm on it. I doubt it. I just can't stand that stultified thinking people get, where they just get that tunnel vision of not being able to, let me Sovereign's Bite just to stay alive here. Until Armadillo Cloak shows up, we can still stay in this. And I've been over this ad nauseum, but if you're new to the show, Mono Black Control is just one of those pillar decks, right? Where, people see it and then they just get this tunnel vision where that's how you have to build it. Chittering Rats, Ragers, etc., 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 and it is not. As we have proven here. Okay, so we're going to definitely lose this first game. X. But it's fast. Crunch. We don't even have enough life to gain here. All right, let's go over to game 2. We can definitely lose. Soul Reap. Bringing in all of these. This doesn't target, so I'm going to keep it in, believe it or not. We're going to lose all of our Soul Reaps. And we're at 60. This feels pretty good. There's not enough creatures to really warrant the curse. The cast down's just going to be ridiculous. So let's cross our fingers. Mulligan a little aggressively. I mean, they know it's coming, but... And that's another thing about this Scorpion. Outside of, trample effects, you're at least able to buy a turn or two against a Murr Enforcer like we saw last game, right? Remember what I said about we're going to mulligan aggressive? We're just going to keep this. We've got a creature in 2 turns. We've got a lot of... might just be able to get there. One of the main color you don't want to run up against. It's so funny because, traditionally black loves to just chew down green decks, right? But this is one of those lists that doesn't. We've got 4 spells that are dead green cards in the Soul Reap. So you bring that up in the chat, Soul Reap, so people can read it. I'd appreciate it. Uh-oh. Got to hand it to Kamigawa, boy. That Neon Dynasty, that is some gorgeous. These lands are gorgeous, except that they trick me. Ugh, they're always tricking me. I'm going to do the same thing here. We're going to say Death. He's probably going to go down to 14 instead. Thank you for that, Shiraz. You want to see, got to pay special attention. It's a tricky card. Destroy a non-green creature. And got to make sure you cast something before it, which is another reason you might want to run 19 lands. But like I said, so far so good. Says the guy getting beat down by an elf. There's the trample. There goes my blocking plan. Oh, well, maybe we'll just try to beat him honestly, whatever that means. Okay. I sure wish, man, if this could attack, that would be incredible. We're going to Vampire's Kiss. And we're going to bump in the night. This will be a little bit closer, and I wish we could attack, but we can't, but we can at least block, so maybe that'll be relevant. Pauper Tim, I only ever run Reap in the board. You use kill spells. Other kill spells, mate. Oh, interesting. Might be the right call. Might not be. I don't know. I usually don't mind seeing it. Always kind of a puzzle requiring me to play better, play more correct. X variable was thinking about Boots of Speed. Timir Battle Rage just better in that slot. For surprise, yeah, longevity and multiples. It can be there's elements of both, that's for sure. Ram through. A great card coming through. All right. Let's see. We're going to be able to pitch an Alms of the Vein. Do a little kiss. Do a little bit of everything here. Woo! All right. Let's discard this. Zap. Pow. Bing. Do this. Come like that. Draw a card. Cool. Let's maximize our life here in case a hex dude's coming down. Here we go. And now every land we draw after this, we can always use the blood tokens like a very expensive retrace. So, yep, Soren's Thirst is totally good. There's another one that does the same thing. I think it's a sorcery, Vicious Hunger. God, I have the stupidest brain for this game. Like I said last week, I know I was bitching about the same point, but I go to a dinner party, introduce me to 5 people. I can't remember 5 of them a minute later, and yet I can remember cards that I've almost never played. Ouch. Glad I've been gaining life. Now we're on a 2-turn clock. And he's edict proof. All right. Well, glad we gained that life. But if we don't draw a spell here, we need a spell, not a land. And this is why I cut the land, because of this scenario. Cool. My trick worked. Because I cut a land, maybe that was going to be it, right? Boop, boop, as we go to game 3. Yes. Have you seen the recent Jund Guardians list? Deck might be up your alley. I have not. Send it to pauperganda@gmail.com. Like I said, I apologize. I've just been so busy with work. I blink, the day's over. I go to bed, I blink, it's Thursday, then it's Friday, then I'm prepping for the show. And I don't like that. I know I was bitching and complaining about being unemployed so long and days feel long, and I like that part about it, but, you feel guilty, and so it's just kind of a wherever you go, there you are again sort of argument, right? Maybe I'm the problem. Unhappy wherever I go. I don't know. All right. We do have a good board here. We'll keep this. I mean, we've got a turn 2 verdict and earlier pressure on, so it's just frustrating when you can technically, everything's remote and it's working great, and then they're just like, drive here. It's like, oh God, it's so inefficient. And then with gas at historic highs now. I mean, just never been higher. It's like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Not. So yeah, if you come across cool lists and such, I think it'd be good on the show. Please be my eyes and ears out there, especially recently, and for the near future, and enlighten me as to what's being, because I might miss it. I have 1 or 2 days a week that are kind of slow, and sometimes I'll peruse the tournament runnings and see what's going on. But yeah, I'm just glad I got such a big backlog of content so I can keep the show running. It's a deck that likes turning creatures sideways for beatings, making more creatures. Hexxen Rouge, everything has a price to it. Gasoline too. Oh, that's for sure. I'm not even against one or the other. It just seems like now we're choosing to drive. It's like, wow, that's some horrible timing. Alrighty. Well, instead of showing him what we got, let's attack. Maybe he'll want to run into this. If not, cool. He gets his guy. We're good to go there. Let's see. We'll drop another scorpion. And we'll drop a fruit. Drop the fruit. And depending what he does here, maybe that's the only creature he's got, and he's going to be forced to load up on that. I don't know. We've got options. Until we see trample, we're going to try to save these for... Oh, there's trample. I think my original scenario was correct. Look at this. He's stuck on a wolf. Very curious. See, when I was unemployed, it was like, I really liked, I would, well, part of that you don't like too, right? The week gets really long and you feel guilty for whatever, but man, like I said, you blink and it's just like weekend, and you blink and another weekend. It's just like, geez, it's April, March. My youngest just turned 17 yesterday. That was just a kick in the crotch. We'll attack here and try to bait him into using maybe a awesome spell on that. We'll see if we can get it to go. With the curve the way it is, maybe Innocent Blood might be better than even Cast Down. Keep that curve nice and low, but who knows? I think we're going to catch an Armadillo Cloak here. Even better. We'll do this, unless he's got some cool trick here. Poor guy. You bring in Young Wolf just to avoid that sort of thing. And does he got a token that can fight that? Nope. All right. Cool. And we've got another one behind it, so that feels extra vicious. Aha! My wife knows me too well. I always forget to bring this in because of the coffee, so she left tissues right in studio. What a sweetheart. Hopefully I don't have any white residue and look like Gary Busey from the 80s here. All right. Here we go. Sign in Blood. I'm going to do it. I just want to draw some cards here. We're fighting to keep stuff. Let's go. Yeah. I think I'm going to Vampire's Kiss here? Or do we just keep the beats down? Let me just drop the kiss here. Drop the kiss. Those blood tokens look so killer. Ultra Vocarine. Everybody's got cooler names than me. Alright, there's that. I'm going to go all in. So got another creature to make me feel like a fool for avoiding that. I think we're just going to attack and then Justice here. Attack into Justice. Tonight at 11. That'll be 8 damage coming his way. What? Oh, okay. Didn't see this coming. Very strange. Change of plans. Alrighty. That's fun. So that will die. He still takes 2 and will still kill it. I like this. He takes 2 more damage than he would have. There's that. And we'll still kill it. Because and I'm going to kill my guy too. That's why I do this. Huzzah! Crunch. And then we'll play this guy. We got the fruit in the yard, so our opponent's just dead here next turn. We don't even have to verdict. Good deck to play slow, stare at your graveyard, move like molasses. Here's the 2. I'll tell you that's so much card. It's 1 mana, people. 1 mana. So good. And with egg on my face. Does anybody know if that was in our top? I think we had like 10 cards, or we were like, be on the lookout. And I think we missed that one. We might have, I don't know, toothmaker in the yard, in the house, not in the yard. All right, guys, we're 2-0 with this pretty sweet list here. I'm going to go grab some coffee, enjoy Coffee Tables of Urza as I go hydrate. Be right back.
I love looking through the bargain bin to see the coffee table books that nobody else bought.
Right.
The ones that were real duds that went nowhere.
Right.
Okay? We've collected the biggest stinkers from the holidays. These ones just didn't sell. You might see why when we start to show them. And we thought we'd share them with you right now, and I think you're going to enjoy them. For example, here's one. Didn't sell at all. It's called Butterflies That Sold Out. These are butterflies.
Oh, dude.
Dude, why? And look at this. Look at this one right here. A beautiful monarch, but no.
That's actually kind of pretty.
It actually is pretty. And then down here we got this guy. That's just not right. Why? Here's one. Shopping mall Santas. Shopping mall Santas without the beards or Santa outfits. This is them back in civilian life. It's just somehow not the same.
Yeah.
And there's this guy down here. Hey, he looks familiar.
Hey.
I know that guy. All right, self-parking cars are a big story at this year's Consumer Electronics Show. Cars that can just park themselves.
Yep.
Look at this one. Self-parking cars that are assholes.
Oh, my God.
Look at that thing.
That is not right.
Yeah, you don't take up 2 spots and then look at that. That's
On top of the Porsche.
I don't know why this one did. I love this book. Stoned Horses. These are horses that are... Look at his eyes, man. These horses.
It's 4:20 in the barn.
Yeah, look at that.
And we're back. All right. Got rehydrated. We will keep this mulligan down to 1. I believe we're going to lose the kiss. Say done. Got a nice little sequence here in the... hopefully get another 1 drop here. All right, let's go here. Back at you, Arvona. I can't keep names straight with usernames online and such. So if you say it was you, it was you. So I love Shadow Mage Theater, says Toothmaker. Right, I'm glad you do. We got 3 or 4 of those. There's only so many ways you can make a shadow puppet. So yeah, that's one of my favorite sequences too. Those take a lot of time to make. Got to really cut out backgrounds and do all kinds of read and find some prominent cards. So it is Arvona. I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of things on this end of the CPU, so apologies. Hey, asking you shall receive. I'll do this, and I'll anger everybody by doing stuff before I attack. Dropping this, go like this. Returning this, and we got the goods. Woo! All right. Yeah, it's fun to see a lot of these quicker decks punishing these slow start, coming to play tap till turn 5 or 6, and sometimes you can just beat people, so that's always been my way. John Wildfire, we shall see. There's another tap. I felt bad for you with that young wolf. I was like, all right, let's see if he's going to, and then when you put the Rancor on, I'm like, uh-oh, I've been there before. I know that feeling very well. My only problem here with the Sign in Blood play is that we can't do anything with that extra mana that the Carnarium's going to float. So actually, I think I'm going to wait on that, and I'm just going to bite here. There we go. I'll just bite his neck. Chomp! Or her, who knows. The Cool Storm is our opponent. Yeah. And like we said earlier, if you guys can't get enough Pauper and you're tired of me only being on once a week, go over and help out Cooper the Red and support his YouTube channel, or gosh, Spell Slam or Chid3. There's a lot of guys that really like to help support. Here we go. We got him in the single digits next turn. Feeling pretty good. Well, maybe we don't, unless we want to give him cards with Sign in Blood. That's one of the more reprinted cards ever. Ooh, Morphe Black. Alrighty, let's see what we have here. Well, we can wipe the board with some stuff. Let's do this first, see what our options are. Go down to 21. Okay. A little 1-2 combo. He's getting close to a big creature coming through. I think I might want to wait on that. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait on that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to, unless he drops that big 6/5 reach dragon thing. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to be, and with Toothmaker in the chat, I'm going to try to exhibit some sort of patience. Oh, you bet, Cooper. Yeah, so I think I'm going to wipe the board clean with all of my vids and just start from scratch as far as replayability goes. I usually have little folders where I tuck stuff away, so I make sure I don't repeat anything real close to. Of course, it's a green card. Gosh darn it. Oh well. But yeah, with this new rebuild of my software, so I'm just glad I haven't had any snafus yet. Can't kill it. I wish I could give him the Scorpion. That'd be fun, right? And it has Trample too. 2, 4, 5. Bump in the night costs 6 to flash back. Well, I mean, I can Justice and do that thing next turn. It'd be kind of a waste, right? If I could only hit that for 2. Yeah, you can just download it there instead of having to write it down. Thank you for that, Shiraz. Appreciate it. Okay, well, we can stop 6. I'm going to do 5. Penumbra Spider. We better end this show quick. Thank God Boarding Party does not have trample. This would get very scary. Penumbra Spider. I wish that's a mechanic that needs to make a comeback, right? Good times. So this will get him to 6. This will be 3. That'll be 2. Ah, so close to death. Whoa. Okay. Well, that's good times. Or not. Ooh. My goodness. I think we just win here if we Tyrant's Choice and then Soul Reap, right? Yeah, let's do that. Do 3. That's attack. Be belligerent about it. He's going to let it in. Still won't work. As we go like this, get him down to 3-ish. Torture. Crunch. Thankfully, you cast a non-green creature. Poop-a-doo. Yeah. Crunch. This is Jund. This has a very good variety of opponents so far. Remember last week we ran in the tribe. That was a little flashback, right? Bye-bye, Justice. Big creatures. Verdicts might be good. I'm going to get rid of 1 Soul Reap. I think we're going to bring in both cast downs and a verdict here. I like these for blocking. We do see some trample stuff going on, but what you going to do, right? Actually, I'm going to lose 1 fruit and bring in 1 more verdict. We've just got so many big fatties coming our way. I want to be able to do something about it. Yeah. So we'll have to sleeve this up when it's October. Look at me. Looking forward to October already. What month is it? Is it July 5th yet? All right. Cool. We got some options. Nice hand. We'll keep this. Just take a little bit too long to get set up. They got all the power in the world once they do, that's for sure. Do this, get our Scorpions online, stop those 6-3 shenanigans from smacking us up sideways. Because my oldest Bucha is landing in about an hour or two. I'm going to go out to sushi, so I'll probably be about 2 pounds heavier tomorrow. I always tend to celebrate that. I love this, using mana to get rid of stuff that lets me gain life and you lose life. Not the best use of a turn against a deck like this, but I guess it's better than taking damage over and over again. A little hesitant about dropping that Carnarium, but that third land makes it a little bit easier. So we'll play this here, and then we'll bait this out. See if we can get some tempo going here. He wants to blow it up. We'll go get a land out of the deal, and he'll waste a turn doing it. Have I ever played Pauper EDH? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know Shirazamon crunched me quite a few games with our versions of that, right? In fact, about 2 years ago, we had an entire stream that was just all singleton Pauper. Had a really good time. I didn't win much. All close. The old Tron lock stuff still got me. So all the typical players came out to play, right? All right, we'll drop a swamp. We'll attack here. And let's start doing some real damage here. We'll play the Rekner Raid, yielding here as we eat some life. Do this as we've got it. Who knows? Maybe they've got a discard package. We don't want to lose the Black Fire Blast here, right? You always get that huge digital pause from people when the Tyrant's Choice drops down. Oh, he scared me. Shiraz, he said not on stream. I'm like, it's like, what happened to my stream? I'm in a fragile state of mind after the last week or two. Tough to attack this list. You got to kind of come at it. If you do, your stuff turns into cannon fodder. So, oh, for sure, Arbona. Never know though. Maybe catch somebody sleeping, right? All right. You know what? I don't want to attack there, but I think... Yeah, I should have Verdict there and got in a damage. That was a little mini punt. Let me do... I'll do the Kiss here. And for tempo's sake, I'm going to crack this right now and get rid of our land. We don't really need that right now. Cool. Double block here. Yeah, I should have got rid of that. Just they're hurting for mana. It's strange that we're in front of a Jund list here. I think they really need their red to show up, but right now we got them in single digits. And we've got a Rekner Raid that's going to be unblockable in 2 turns, so that feels pretty good. I'm just glad we haven't drawn any of our green stuff. Maybe they took out their 6/3 pirate dudes. Little do they know. Dun dun dun. All right. Let's do some stuff. Well, let me see here. Yeah, we can just block that all day long, right? We can Verdict. We can Verdict if we want to. We can Verdict all day long. And if you don't Geth... Oh, sorry. I'll leave that song to the pros. Yeah, we can just... Yeah, we can just attack here. I mean, or block. Get him down to 2, and then stuff will happen, yeah. Arbona, yeah, that's so true. All right, red showed up. Let's see what we get here. Some sort of shenanigans. They got to start respecting that road captain. It's so funny. It's like, and it has, you know, evasion. It's so cool. It's a lot of card, you know. Gave us 2 life, hit them for 2, 4-point swing, and cost them a card. It's a lot for 1 black mana. Doesn't get much more efficient than that. I just wish the art was better. Don't y'all? I sure do. Whoa, got a lot of viewers. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Again, if you got cool lists, see something you think would be good on the show, please enlighten us. Pauperganda@gmail.com. Copy paste some sort of list, whatever, and let us know. Good times, good times. All right. Well, I'm going to EOT verdict here. I don't know if that's the best use of our mana or if the blood token is. We don't have that. I don't want to get too willy-nilly, but we still don't have a bump in the night in the yard. So 4 mana is plenty right now. We'll find out, shall we? Okay, well, we'll get some good value out of this. Not quite sure about this move. We still get a creature out of it. They go to 4, and then we get a quality creature, and it looks like we're going to be able to attack if they choose the pack mate, as we just saw in Shadow Mage Theater in our little commercial. Can anybody make that shadow puppet? Boop. Now, tough choice here. You lose the better creature, so you have a blocker. I think you do. Do you think... do you like the RG Madlist list at all? I think they're super competitive. They sneak out some wins. Yeah, no, I love those. I've seen quite a few of them. Oh, boy. No respect. Look at this move. All right. Scorpion for the win. Crunch. Actually, I should say we'll kiss him for the win, right? Yeah. And kiss. I should have had some old Kiss music queued up, right? And get some copyright strikes. All right, 3-0 so far. Like I said, this is usually what this plays like. I think the mana's good. I know I was complaining a little bit early, but when you're really up against it, you don't want to draw that land. You want to draw that 1 mana spell that grabs something. So for the kill and flavor win, yes, Kiss of Death. Oh, that'd be a good name if Blackburn wasn't such a prominent thing. You know, as much as I love monikers and such, there's a point to where you still have to be accurate, right? I don't want somebody going like, what is this, some bad Kiss video I missed from years ago, and it ends up being a pauper list. It's like, well, Blackburn, if people are interested in that, they're going to be able to find it. So that's where I'm at anyway. My goodness. 4th match, and here we are. Tough. We're on the draw, and we've got 3 1-drops. I'm going to keep this, because even if we have to, if we get really screwed and we have to start pitching stuff, we can even Alms, so we have 4 1-drops. I'm going to keep 1 land, anything, we're fine, even the Karoo, so... Of course, this is when we run into fairies, and this is when they might be able to lock us out with sprites when we don't have enough resources to just keep going one of, right? Fun and very competitive. I would do say this is let's bring this out. We're going to be able to keep our life on board, and we'll get technically something that can trade with a ninja or require a snap if they are on mono blue, which is nice to see Muck come back. Mono blue control, MUC. A lot of people used to call it that, other than just Delver. Spire Golem's a hell of a card. Of course, blue gets the best Golem out of the sequence. I used to play Razor Golem quite a bit. I know the Swamp one got some love. Red one for like 1 week in the last 20 years. I even played the green one in a list that had a little fetch mechanic. Yeah, whenever you're screwed on mana, that's when fairies is going to be your opponent. That tends to be the way. I can't really complain. We're 3-0 technically, so technically nothing. We are. All right. Give me a land. We'll do that. Do I bring out 2 Reckoner Raids? I think I do. Land would be nice. Hydroblast. So baffling that a lot of pricing like the red elemental blasts are more than like the pyroblasts, and it's like, why? There's some scenarios like with fiends and stuff, you can activate it and just target a land, but you can't do that with red elemental blasts. It boggles the mind. All right, we have a blocker. This card advantage is going to get overwhelming. I'm believe it or not, about to scoop if we don't get a land here pretty soon. We know they're just sitting back on fairies and such. Boop. Our life is looking good, but... Ugh. Well, if we're going to get something in the yard, it might as well be that, right? We can't attack anyway. And if I bring out a fruit, I know we're going to get a, sprite, but at least they're countering something that's going to eventually come back, but not in this game, let's be honest. Maybe they think we're baiting them and we have a better 1-mana spell, which is, I would love to be doing. Oh, wow. Well, that's free intel, right? I know they don't have sprites in their hand. Hard counter. Well, given that and the card advantage situation here, I'm going to block this ninja. This is getting overwhelming here. It's a little foolhardy to think we're going to be able to... all right, maybe I'll do it again next turn. We've got an opening here. We're still going to get a blocker out of the deal. Fairies and their flash and stuff. Menace isn't that big of an obstacle. Obstacle, as they say in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? One of my favorite movies. I can't watch it too often, though. It's one of those, every 5 years or so, you'll see it and you're like, yeah, I love this movie. Like that scene when he's trying to buy those products from that dude, from the little proprietor on the side of the road, and he's like this real southern slow guy, and he just wants his hair gel stuff. Oh my goodness, didn't see that coming. White border too. Oh, talk about a kick in the crotch. He's like, I don't have this and that, and I get it for you in about 2 weeks. And he's like, what about this? And he's like, I don't have it. I'll get it for you in about 2 weeks. And he looks at him and says one of the best lines in cinema history, in my opinion. He goes, well, ain't this place a geographical oddity? It's 2 weeks from everywhere. I fell out of my seat laughing at that line. Oh, boy. Great movie to watch with subtitles on. You miss a lot of gems. Definite George Clooney's swan song. I haven't seen him in anything that good since. Pretty good in Ocean's 11, but those are definitely his top 2. I know. I wish it was Murphy Black. We do have some burning cards. Which we also have the promo for that coming up here. We've only got 2 cards left that can burn. All right. We're not winning any beauty contests here with this Road Captain. I'd rather keep killing ninjas with it. Force Spike. I saw a cool list that ran Spell Pierce. All 4 of them main. Very cool. Just kind of an all-in blue style, similar to what we're playing against. Oh boy, opponent's drawn 6 more cards. This is not good. Look at the land compared to ours. This is ridiculous. We did keep a 1-lander, so I don't think we can really tally this up to not having enough lands, but uh-oh. Yeah, this is getting grim. Come on, land. Let's go. Land or nothing. Looks like nothing. We're going to scoop. We'll go to game whatever. I lost that one. Keeping a 1-lander here. Up, next card. Next card. All right. Porco. One of my favorite shows, Porco Rosso. We'll bring in all 3 of these lovely ladies. I think I'll lose 1 Soul Reap. Scorpions. I might lose one of those. I'll lose a fruit. Having instant answers is pretty good. Do like cast down here. This might be fun too. Trespasser's Curse. It's enough creatures to warrant it, that's for sure, but I'd rather just kind of have the sweeper here. There's 1 and 1, and I'll bring in 2 cast downs here. There we go. Let's see if as long as we draw decent, we should be in this one. Easily go up to that 4th Cuombajj Witch, but second you cut the 4th one, this is the opponent you get, right? We will keep this. I'm saying keep before I even keep it. All right, so we technically have 3 lands. We'll keep. I would love a pie chart of my history of like keeping iffy hands, and it's always against like fairies. It's like the deck that punishes you the most for doing it. Right back at me, right? Why haven't I learned? I can easily say that too. All right, I think I'm going to lead off with both Raiders over the bump in the night there. Little psychologic attack, being that you can, with all these flashback cards, like, you want to counter it? Good, watch this. I got 3 Soul Reap. Okay. Cool. We'll bring that up. I'm going to bring out the other Rekner Raid. Get our mana right. This one already feels in the bag. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They call it being over your skis. Yeah, cut one. Not quite sure why. I'm sure if you put me on trial, I couldn't really defend it that well. But remember, one of our cool, well, I think it's cool because I've never seen anybody do it, but and we still haven't seen anybody do it. You want to be the first? If you use your Pauper points in the chat there, you can actually turn them in and sideboard for me. You can screw the show up. You can make me lose, or you could help me out. Whatever. It just makes for some good times that you can't do normally. I really thought when I thought of that one more, I'm like, wow, that's going to be a really popular thing, and just like crickets. Shows what I know, right? So off the margins on some of these things. What are they more likely to counter? Let's lead off with the lesser of two weevils, as they say in Master and Commander, one of my other favorite movies. Always got to be wary of like any sort of instant kill spell here. Cool. All right, there's that. Ninja's going to come online. That's cool. We'll get 4 in here. Torture. You got to do it before chittering rats on the sideboard. Oh, you jerk. I don't mind playing them. Yeah, that would be the ultimate, right? Where you get to put white bordered cards in my sideboard and then force me to play with them and watch me squirm. Yeah, that's one of the other advantages of not playing leagues live and stuff. We can focus more on having fun instead of that. It's not like it's going to happen all the time, but like you just said, it doesn't have to be bad. You can be like, hey, let's try this. Who knows? Here comes one of many ninjas. How long do you give that before it gets banned? I think that would go before deep hours because of the low cost on it. I haven't seen too much abuse of it. It's right on that edge, though, you know? Bind the monster. Okay. That's what we played about 2 weeks ago. Cool. We get another dude. Well, let's see if we can get another. You know what? I think I'm going to float that one. I'm going to play this. Obviously, returning this. Go like this. I'll pay the. I'm going to try the Tyrant's Choice here and play around for Spike since we saw it. Who's clairvoyant? This guy is. Torture. He's like, wait, what? You know, there's that black counterspell. First one wins who can put it in the chat and bring up the card. It's Pauper legal, too. I think the person can pay 5 life instead and not have the spell get countered, but giving your opponent options is, hey, Shirazamon wins. Oh, that was fast, Shiraz. Wow. From across the sea. Wham. Dash hopes. It's one of those cards every new player I run into, they always seem to have that. They want to try that out. This is where I'm not going to block. You can get your little card here because I've got Menace. I win, says Shiraz. All right. I hope your mood's better from the last few weeks too, Shiraz. I know it's told us about your buddy there. I know it's always a hard thing, so glad to have you back with us. Hopefully in a little bit better spirits. You definitely won that one. Dashed my hopes. Damn, that was fast. That was quicker than Google. Somebody likes that card, I'm assuming, right? All right, this is when we want to. I bet they're going to. So many people, and it's a new card, but they miss this menace trigger. They think they can block it, and they can't. I've been drinking a lot, I can say that. That makes 2 of us. Boop. All right. Might makes right. Raw. Take that, sucker. All right. I guess he will take it. Let's try to kill stuff. Maybe? Nah. We'll do this. Yeah. Got another hard counter? You do? What's going on? All right, let's kill this. Why not just do everything, right? He's got a foil next. Yeah, I love Dash Hopes. I know it's bad, but I love it, says Shiraz. Yeah, Little Fight was always big on that, and Browbeat and those kind of cards. And I'm like, I go, you're focusing on the optimal times when it, like, you know, showed up perfectly. It's like giving your opponent the ability to have their say in it. No. I know what you mean, though. But if it's going to work in any list, this might be it. Right now, you know, it's just like, I'll counter that Spire Golem. Check this out. 2, 4, 5. Oh, we got the win here. Boop, boop. Does anybody else see it? And when we draw good, we can play with the best of them, I tell you. Attack. Take that, Spire Golem. Our little graffiti captain's getting in. Smack. Unless he's got a... can't do it. Menace for the win. All right. Game 3. Should be game. What am I talking about? We've got the board wipe. These can block those dudes. I really like this. I think I'll lose 1 fruit and bring in that last Soul Reap. Keep these creatures at bay. Yeah. Come on, Cuombajj Witches. Let's go. Everything about it is cool. I would agree. Dash Hopes is one of those cards. I've lost to it a few times, you know, and I'm like at 4 life, and you're just like, you just want to give the person a lecture, but yet, you know, you've got the L in your column, so you're like, well, I can't really talk. We'll keep this. Lots of 1-drops. Another reason we like that Carnarium at the 3 spot. Dayakuba. That needs, man, Dayakuba, your name needs to be a card. It needs to be a black evasion creature, just like that shadow dude. Dayakuba. I just like saying it. I always like watching people try to block creatures with menace and they can't figure out why MTGO won't let them. Yeah, it happens a lot with... Yep. Newer the card, for sure. I think another mechanic that needs to see a little bit of a resurgence... I'm always pulling for Retrace, but another one is flanking. That's and if you ask if Toothmaker, are you still in the chat? He's like the ghost of Pauperganda's past. He's a big banding fan. I have to say I'm not happy to see so much phasing coming back. It's like a main deck mechanic now outside of Pauper, and like, ugh. All right, what kind of ninja's coming our way? Here we go. Yeah, it is. In fact, our little game group here with our neighborhood, we got, you know, all these old ladies that love playing games and stuff. One of these nights I'm going to bring them like 4 or 5 like very simple vanilla magic decks that just kind of focus on each color's strengths and stuff and see what we can do here. All right, let's try to stop the game right away. Ninja Blocker and Fairy Killer Extraordinaire. And the good artwork. If you're going to play these, please spend like 10 more cents and get this artwork. Because Seb McKinnon is ruling. The juxtaposition, the balance, it's gorgeous. I tell you. Woo! If he attacks here, kind of feigns that he's got mutagenic. I don't know if I want to... I might let that ninja through if he attacks. Okay, doesn't have mutagenic. That's good news. We'll get another blocker here. Wow. Normally I'd like to drop a Carnarium, but with Fae out of the equation and being able to drop 3 spells this turn, this feels pretty darn good. I'll just wait till next turn. I've got this nice big barn door opener. Let's do it. I'll start chewing things up at the end of turn. Or not. I mean, I could just block that thing, but I think I'm going to chill with that. Yeah. Maybe I'd trade with that road captain. I'm not sure. Well, before blockers, I'm going to do this. The other one will probably turn into a ninja. But at least we kill one of them. I'm going to do that before blockers. Otherwise, they can ninjutsu in response. For all of you new players out there. Or maybe you didn't know. My son will always enlighten me to something like that. Quite the rules guru. He'd be a fantastic candidate for a judge at big events and stuff. He gets his card regardless. We've got blockers for days here. This feels pretty good. We can take out that ninja. We got 2 Okibas coming our way. This feels pretty good. Yep. It's going to require a hard counter. I'm glad I drew a spell here. All right. Let's do this first. Boink. Do you want a hard counter? He's got that 4-spike mana up. It's like we're playing around with him. Cat with a string sort of thing. But it's that's just how the cards are falling here. So always, always, always try to lower that curve. No matter what deck you're playing. That is so paramount. Always important. I'll attack here. Can't do it. Yeah, I was just saying that, Arvona, that's pretty formidable. I've always liked the card Peak or like Glasses of Urza. That's good times. I'll do this in response. Let that through. I'll do the same sort of thing. I mean, I can trade here, block here, and shoot here. I mean, he can use the 1 damage to reallocate it there, but we'll see how he attacks. If that scenario happens, he's gonna get something out of it. But in the meantime, we'll be able to do some stuff. Okay, well, I'm just going to do 1 damage to this straight away. Then we'll block here. That's all we can do. It's a lot of carnage for him to get in one or to draw 1 card if this is indeed what's happening here. And we gain more life. And here come our street gang. Get the biker. Pretty cheesy. Sorry about that. The miscreant Cuombajj doing some work. Slipping through the inner streets. Woo! And just let's go. Hard counter or no. There it is. Cool, cool. Tail tails out of school. We'll go up to 25. Any next returns? All right. Let's get a land in our hand. We can use that blood token offensively. And we will attack here. My spidey senses say do this now. Not quite sure why. Good things happen when you draw lands. Unlike that first game. Hey, we're 4-0. Well, trying to not have too fast of a show here, guys. Telling you, this thing is a beast. All right. We're going to go very old school. When I first started Pauperganda, well, actually, it was a TV show. It wasn't even a stream. But when we first started streaming, if you want to cringe, you can go back and watch those too. We used to run these, Tim was like our bathroom break of choice, as Shirazman will remember. So I found this old one, fixed it up a little bit, and we're going to roll to it now. I'll be back in just a few for our last round and deck discussion and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I'll be right back, guys. Adios.
Experiment 1. An experiment was carried out to demonstrate the effects of boiling water upon proteins. A quantity of water is heated over a Bunsen until it reaches its boiling point of 1000 degrees. Now we take our sample of protein. For the purposes of this experiment, we're using an egg. Next, the egg is placed carefully into the beaker. Let's see what happens to the egg after it's been in the boiling water for 1 minute. The scientist removes the egg and examines its interior consistency. From the state of the albumin, we can see that the protein has hardly reacted to the intense heat of the water. Let's try another egg, this time for 2 minutes. Make sure you look out for the release of the new albumin. It's out now.
Is there more to entertainment than 500-channel TV and zillion-dollar movies? Turning the sound up and your mind off? Is there still a place where fun involves thinking, imagining, doing? Some of us think so, and we find it in a game. Magic the Gathering. All you need to play is a brain, a deck, and a friend.
And we're back. Here we go for the last round. Yes, man. Shirazman, that comment made me laugh so hard. Suck it, Delver. Keep. Kind of a clunky hand. Let's see what we can do here. We'll just start off with this. Hiya! No secret what we're doing. I started with Portal in 97. AZN 2K. All right. Well, you remember that commercial, maybe? I just love how old school it is. Nobody has a cell phone. It's good times. Let's just go for it. Crunch, crunch. Let's probably keep this back. But we see green mana, so if I get the Soul Reap, I'll just feel like a fool. That's all. Try to maximize, get him in single digits before he drops anything. Woo! Hey-ya. Now it feels like we have too many lands at 18. You know, I lost to a Putrid Leech deck the other day with this. Similar reasons. Yep. Alrighty, let's do this. Returning this. Alright, that's enough lands for the rest of our lives. Oh yeah, that Ice Age promo vid. Yeah, that thing is atrocious if it's the one I'm thinking about. God, just shot so... It's all grainy and just they're acting. It's like I think there's one that's like a half hour long and there's just such cringy acting and stuff, and they're doing these spells that look like they're just some aluminum foil on like a, what do you call, dental floss or something for a special effect. I've often thought of cutting that down and airing it just for the cringe value, but all right, Soul's Reap is online. We can do something as long as we get anything other than a land here. There's something other than a land. Very cool. We'll do it here. We'll get him down to 9, say Torcha, and this will get him down to 6. And then the rest of our graveyard might be able to mop up the remains of our opponent, hopefully. So I don't often, well, no, I say it about every 4th time we play, but this is definitely a permanent viable deck. You could bring this to like a league and probably 3-2 or better pretty regularly. One of the best parts about this list, as far as I can tell, it's when you know you're up against it, it's kind of like when you're up against it, there's not many like silver bullets against it. I would argue probably, if you had like an incredibly life-gaining deck that could thwart it pretty good, weather the storm style stuff, but again, you got to have it. See him activate that leech now. Yeah, 2, 4, 5. We got Fruit, and right behind that's Bump in the Night. Feeling pretty good. Alrighty. I gotta think. My wife is quite the techie too. I know I was bragging about Little Fight helping me the other day, but she was able to find... Oh no! This became a game. Look at that move. Best bog of the day. Bog of the day, bog of the day. I like this because I've got options. Let's go find something. Discard this thing we don't need. Let's do it again. Discard this thing we don't need. Get. All right. Free stuff. Let's go. We got a graveyard again. Wizard's Ice Age. Oh, I don't know, Nim. He'd have to... I'll have to see if Arvona knows if that's the right one or not. I can't click on it for obvious reasons. Yeah, it's pretty cringy. I've been down many a rabbit holes with old MTG videos, especially when I first started doing Pauperganda and all over the place. I gotta check my Facebook feed and make sure I've got a new graphic designer joining our Pauperganda family that might be having some pretty good times here. Check this out. Instant death next turn, almost guaranteed. He's got to win now or gain some life. Yeah, there's one that's like a half hour. It's these people in the snow and it's Ice Age related and it's god awful. It's so hard. Uh-oh. Food token equals life. But he needs 2 mana to pull it off. Has he got a land? Did he play a land? I don't know. Death by Street Gang. How many times have we seen that today? And dead. Boop. What do we call this? I guess we just... It's just straight up bad. Murphy Black. Yeah. Getting kind of tired of writing down W's. This thing gets there a little too quickly. Been a lot of creatures. We see a lot of big stuff. But there's so much green in that list. I'm going to actually take out all of our Soul Reaps. Gonna bring in these 2 dudes. Quite a few 1-drops. I don't know if I want to. I'll take out. Do I take out both Justices? I think I do. I think I'm gonna bring in 2 of these, and we'll play some Trespassers. See if we like seeing them or not. Woo! Is there anything else we can take out? Let's lose 1 Sign in Blood, and we'll bring in that other Trespassers there. There seems to be a lot of creatures roaming about. That sounds pretty bad, Arvon. I'm sure I've seen it, though. Like I said, especially when I was unemployed, I had so much time to just delve through videos and 2 lands, but we got to throw it back. Mulligan. No lands. No lands. Honestly, it's about time our deck screws us over here. We'll say keep. Okay, we'll get rid of this. I love Rekner. We'll get rid of this. You know what? We'll get rid of this. I want to be able to defend myself. We'll say done. This is a painful... Mull the 4. All right, if we're going to lose a game today, it'll probably be this one. I'm not even going to complain, Shiraz, because we're 4-0. We made Delver suck it, and we're up a game, and we've been drawing pretty decent. So, and look at that, you know, we got this like double play here, blockers, etc. Yeah, the first thing that alerted me to my PC being like a little nefarious, or duplicitous, I should say, much more accurate. So I deleted a video. I don't know which one it was. I think it was like, you know, our Kamigawa picks, which is irrelevant now because it sets out. I deleted it, and then I brought up an old show and I went through the commercials just to see what I played last week, make sure I don't, you know, double play anything. And there it was. And I'm like, I just deleted that and emptied the recycle bin and all that stuff. And then it led my wife to find the file that was hidden in this subset of OBS that just in some admin folder. And it was just like, there's 48 gigs in this thing. And it's just clones of everything on my PC. It was like, good Lord. So that was enlightening. All right. Play this, do this, and all of a sudden we're back in it, baby. Woo! I don't really mind this. I don't like the street jacket in the form of like magic, but not too against it. It's just this scribble road captain graffiti on the ground. It's like, what's the deal there? Is it the art coming alive and that's what's stacking? Or is it just that's the symbol of the gang? I haven't looked at it too closely, actually. It upsets me too much. I tell you what's upsetting. That new preordained that looks like graffiti is disgusting. It's offensive. I hate everything about it. If you've seen it, it looks worse than the road captain does here. It's just this loud, gross, horrible, like take you right out of the game magic card. It's god awful. All right, let's do stuff while we can. I'm just gonna be Captain Sorcery here. Yep. Let's do that. I know it's on the back of the jacket, biker rack. I just don't know if they're implying that the art, kind of animates and becomes the road captain, or if it's just like they threw down their jacket and they're just going for it here. Oh, nice use of duress here. I used to run a few of those in the side of this one, but I like to be a bit more aggro-minded, as you all know. I think it is Shiraz's secret lair. It's like, wow, what a ripoff. Pay money and then you get that. It's like, ugh. Well, in this case scenario, I do want to kill that ranger because then my captain can go through for some damage here. I think I'll try to preserve this dude. Yep, it's a bad-looking Schwalsche. Let's gain some life. 2 blood tokens. Well, if I attack with both, he just blocks. All right, I'll just bring it back. A putrid leech, one of the oldest pauper regulars. Used to see way back in the day. Here comes the owl, probably. Is that what I'm sensing? Oh, interesting. That's a lot of mana to get rid of a 1-drop that already ate for 4. All right. That's fine. I'll take 4. Maybe it's 6. Hopefully. Nope. All right. Remember, we mulled the 4. We're still in this game, so feeling pretty good. This is when you just love this, right? So we get to draw a card. Make sure to pay 1 with the red here. You discard Alms of the Vein. 1 black, and we do a 3-point life swing. 6-point life swing, I'm sorry. Yes, we want to cast it. And we get to draw a card. It's disgusting. And we drew crap. So we'll try to discard it because at this stage, we just need some answers. That's pretty cool. We'll attack here. Maybe turn our stuff relevant, right? This has got another duress behind it. That would suck. That Hush is pretty good against us had we had the Trespasser's Curse down, but I think there's a lot better options in it. Obviously, you can draw. Oh, okay. Well, at least that leech isn't going to be hitting us for much more than it is. That's what I'm afraid of. Gosh darn it. Got to kill that ASAP, that damn token. This deck's so good at getting 20 life out of you, just boop, like that. But if you can get some life going, that's how you beat it. Fast show today. All right. Well, we'll do this here. Gain some life. We've only pitched 1 land to our blood token, so I think it was the right call. Try to keep things on board here. Uh-oh, here comes the life train. Yep. Frustrating. Here comes 8. You know what? Evincar's Justice would be pretty sweet. Not. We'll kill that. We'll get in 1 damage. Keep him holding his duresses to a hellbent opponent. I think we're going to go to a game 3. Mulligan to 3 can tend to do that, especially when food tokens show up of the Thanksgiving table variety. Check that out. Trying to do a big sound effect. I got all the farm animal sound effects down. Uh-oh. Owl bear. That'd be terrifying to see in real life. Nobody would believe you. Come back from the camping trip. First sentence, what? Seven. This is the game, and yeah, it's gonna be game for us, that's for sure. Let's see what we draw, just to be fun about it, right? Crunch, munch, dead. Off to game 3. We mulligan 3 times on that one. So if we draw decently here. All right, I'm going to take out Trespasser's Curse because they're packing some enchantment hate. They already saw it. They duressed us and such. So let's just go big here. I'm going to bring in both verdicts here. I believe I will. Or what? Let's see. Just a minute here. Double check. Everything's going good. Okay. Let's do these. And I guess I'll do one of these. Yeah. Just bring in one of these. It'll probably get duress, but here we go. And that was too close for such a mulligan. Pay attention to that curve, and you can pull off some games like that despite what deck you're playing. It's just a lot of these decks are getting a little greedy, and when it works, it's awesome. You get to play with all your toys, but you go up against a purist like me, and I can get a little lucky. Well, we got all kinds of removal, don't we? What a weird hand this is. Can't really do anything with it. And we're flooded. I'm going to throw this back. I don't like this hand. No curve. We'll keep this one. We'll keep all our good stuff. We'll get rid of a land. Refine it too. Let's go. Start this party off. Boop. Just in case we get... I got to be a little wary. Remember that awesome bog? I think that was game 1 though, wasn't it? Pulled that one off. So we're going for a 5-0 if we win this one. A little bit faster show today, but the deck list, highly recommend it. Feel free to change it at will, but I pretty like the 75 quite a bit. We've already seen a duress show up, so I'm going to sit on this, and because of that, if we draw dead next turn, I'm going to play Vampire's Kiss, holding back Alms of the Vein, because it's going to be funny as hell if he duresses us and we madness the Alms of the Vein. Fierce Witch Stalker enters. Oh, alright, he does that anyway, and we're out of mana. A little bit of a tough call here. Vampires, yeah, it's a... I respect that. I probably would have taken the Alms just for the flexibility, but that does really... Oh, sometimes the deck just likes you, right? Boop. No secret what's in our hand. So he's not going to have to be the worst play of the day if he duresses after seeing that, because if he's paying attention there, or she, they're going to know that. Got him almost in single digits here. I'm going to be able to do our little double play. We're just terrified of food tokens. We'll call it Black Starvation, right? That's a terrible name. Let's do this here. And we will go here. Drink the life. Draw a card. Cool. Alrighty. Not too worried about the leech. Too bad it didn't say take 2 damage, because you could do a lot of things with that damage stack with like vampiric links and such. That'd be fun. Uh-oh, food token in the house. That's not good. Not good at all. I'm going to draw cards. Not good. Is he going to pull this off? He's got the food token that washes this ability here. We draw a swamp. That's quite a bit of land. Maybe he's going to try to get to his board presence one more turn and give us that little opening. If we get a land in there, we'll be able to kill him with Tyrant's Choice and the Sovereign's Bite. But I doubt it. Opponent seems to play pretty good. Mr. Sage is living up to his name. It's relaxing when you're at this stage, though. 4-0, it's just like, oh, it's okay to lose now. Can't have that attitude. Let's try to win. We're still at 15. Like I said, this deck is very... Oh, he's going to fall for it. Let's see. He hasn't played a land this turn, then he isn't falling for it. Yep, he's got the food online, folks. Good for him. Smart play. Alrighty. Well, we didn't really have that going on, did we? Yeah, we'll get our quality dude out here. What are we going to be taking? That's 10? If he kicks that, he'd kind of be foolish to do that, but he could. We'll do that. What's cool here is we can draw a card now with the blood token. Okay. Let's return the swamp and go from there. I almost wish I was playing a long-winded deck to make sure that my technical woes are over. It's been a flawless... I really expected a lot of hiccups today. When I sent an email to Shiraz and Nim, I always sent them the deck list so that they can be Johnny on the spot and help me out with the show, which I vastly appreciate, guys. Thank you so much. You know, you don't have to be here and you're giving up time. And I mean, we all love Pauper and stuff, but it is awesome that you're able to hang out with me and help out. But so I sent it out and I warned him. I was like, man, this is like day one of, you know, Pauperganda sort of vibe. You know, there's a lot that can go wrong today, and so far so good. Like I said, the mic almost got me. It was just set at like some preset of like crazy low life. Oh boy, does he have a weather the storm? Oh, okay, he just accidentally did that. Okay, so that comes down to this. Let's do this. We've got 4 mana. That's pretty much all we need here. Let's draw a card. All right, we got our mana back. We don't have enough there. We're gonna draw. Oh, it doesn't really hurt that bad. Not like we're gonna be. Well, we got the fruit there, but I need to draw. I think we did the right thing. 1 mana deeper. Let's draw a kill card. Oh, yeah, that gets us there. Cool. All right, better lucky than good. We'll do this. Crunch. Yeah. 5-0, baby. Woo. You know, the last 2 decks we've played that went 5-0 have all been black. So, different takes on it. You know, we played that sacrifice one from, gosh, who was that? Haste BR. That was his tournament winning list there. So, but Juka right before, yeah, felt good. So I think let's I just remembered to cue this up. Hold on a minute. What did we learn? Well, I learned that I think our mana is just dead on because of exact scenarios like that last one. The reason I went from 19 to 18 was games like that have happened 3 times this week, and I needed any spell. In fact, you'll see what's that life lossing land? There's a Pariah Marsh, I think it's called, that when it comes into play tapped and you eat the opponent's life for 1. I don't like that card. I don't think it's worth it, but I could see why it was included because there's so many close calls like that. I just think 18 with the 3 Carnariums is pretty optimal. Yeah, the Pariah Marsh. You'll see a lot of lists with that. And hey, you know, it wins. This wins. It's, I guess, choose your poison. I really prefer the low curve of this one. Every list out there tends to run this, and the fruits can go from, I think you could get away with 3 if you did want to go to 19 lands, but the reason you can play 4 of these is you can usually fund them if you do have an extra land there. So when we've got these guys are just MVP. It's such an underrated card. And again, you know, even if the saga stopped at that 2, it's still, that's you know, the double, what is that, like a double shock if you add in the life value to it, and then you get a creature out of it that has evasion. It's pretty awesome, and trades with a lot of stuff in the format as we've seen. This synergy with Alms of the Vein is pretty awesome. Just remember to, if you've got your Carnarium out, to use the red mana to trip this, to get this, and then you draw your free card and blah, 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 blah. So you sponsored by any of the card buying sites. I don't want to name any but because of that, because a couple of searches. Oh, no, I'm not. We've gotten a few inquiries about it, but no. And I don't like to gum up the channel. A lot of when I've been approached by sponsors, I'd be very happy to host somebody that I believed in, but if the aesthetics ruin the show, or they want me to put their logos all over the channel and stuff, that's what I'm kind of against. Logo here or there, maybe, but a lot of these places, you know, it's like all in, and it wouldn't say, it just wouldn't look like my show. So, I'm of the slow persuasion plan. We've done a grassroots Pauper love thing since day one. Shirazamon's been there. A lot of you have been there since day one. Appreciate it. And it's been very slow. And probably the most common comment I get on YouTube is, just found this channel. What the F? I can't believe you only have, blankety blank. And I'm like, well, I thought that same way 4 or 5 years ago. It's just been so long and so slow, and I've just accepted it. And I get quality viewers like you joining me all the time, and you spread the word as slow as you want to. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm bald and of the older persuasion. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. I love playing Pauper. I love sharing lists with you. I've always been a creative guy, and I tend to see things from a different angle, and I think that's why a lot of people like to check out the show for, decks I've created, like Rallygond or Brute Squad or Boros Bully. There's been a lot of successes, a lot of failures, but just having fun, having a good time. So if you know of anything and they fit those parameters, I'd be more than happy to entertain the idea. Again, if you got some cool lists, cool ideas, cool show ideas, maybe you, just like in the chat, you come up with some awesome find on YouTube of like some crappy old video that you think I might be able to chop into and make something out of it. Send it to pauperganda@gmail.com. Would love to see it, and love to see all of you playing some Pauper too. So, and if you want to join me in person, I'll be at the Legion card store again tomorrow. I think in the Hawthorne area. I got to nail down that city. I think I've said I think in this city every time, but great Pauper scene, and except for last weekend. But so great job, people looking to buy it. Yeah, it's not an expensive deck at all. I wish I wrote down who that new player's name was that was saying they can't play Magic because of the price. And I'm just like, gosh, you could almost buy a Magic Online account, I believe, and almost buy this list as is for, if you just sold the tickets and whatnot and stuff. So, if you're a new player and you want to hit me up for some extra cards, I'm more than happy to if you see me online and such. So, anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the love, everybody. Thanks for the subs, all those early Prime memberships. I love and appreciate it. Go, please spread the word. Go over to our YouTube channel and give us a like, subscribe, and all that junk. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go to one of our oldie but goodies. It's the Ninja of the Deep Hours press conference, and we'll see you same time, same place next week on Pauperganda. Adios, everybody.
Yeah, Keith Privet, New York Post. Is it true that many of the throwing stars used in the failed massacre were indeed throwing stars from your own collection?
The throwing stars that I use in my business were locked in my cabinet. It's this throwing star music and the throwing star sitcoms that are the real culprits.
Yes, Carrie Downey, USA Today. Is it possible that your son is emulating you by mimicking certain aspects of your profession?
Only occasionally have I taken my son on ninja raids, and I have never taught him to focus the killing chi of the forefathers. It is these ninja movies that are influencing our children. My son rented that Pat Morita movie, American Ninja 5. Pat Morita is the one who should go to jail. I'll pull the switch on Pat Morita myself. Ninjas don't kill people. Pat Morita playing ninjas kills people.
Sid Kidman, Newsday. Ninjas do kill people.